half of marketing is really predicated on you just simply showing up. Just letting the people know that you exist as an option is an excellent way to be able to ultimately squeeze more blood from a stone. When we talk about marketing automation for small businesses, it really is predicated on being able to continually engage folks at various stages of their decision-making process. Today, I'd like to take a tiny shift and really talk about small business and how marketing automation can fit into a scheme. So this is really about being able to present the idea that you're around and available. Like half of marketing is simply showing up in the right place at the right time. So when we talk about marketing automation for small businesses, it really is predicated on being able to continually engage folks at various stages of their decision-making process. You'll hear this frequently discussed in terms of like buyer's journey, and that stuff is totally valid. I'm a big believer in that. But at its core, it's really just the level of how close or not close someone is able to make a decision on a particular purchase. So we have a guide published, and that guide is devoted to helping and discussing some of the topics as it relates to small businesses, and especially in the context of marketing automation. I want to present 3 overarching views that would represent ways to both think about marketing automation for small businesses and ways that you can actually practically implement it. The first situation is actually pretty easy. We think about if you are providing estimates for customers or they've contacted you for services, and that we are all the way to the point of scheduling an appointment, or we've talked to them on the phone or anything else like that, there is still a percentage of those people with the best estimates and great prices, and you did everything right. Like they still ultimately didn't choose you over somebody else. And oftentimes that has almost nothing to do with you. So when we think about that, what we can do is re-engage the folks that we quote lost. The people that contacted us for services or expressed interest in some way, shape, or form, but ultimately didn't choose our business, maybe because people can lose their jobs, people can decide a different strategy, people can simply get distracted. No other time in human history have humans had to have multiple screens. I'm staring at least 3 right now, if not 4, and the ability for me to become distracted and forget which task I'm on is an excellent example of that. I was looking at a website the other night, a popular brand called Field Notes, and that brand makes little notebooks, but they had a t-shirt there. And I was like, I saw the t-shirt and I was like, that's pretty cool. I want that t-shirt. I didn't purchase it. And it wasn't because I don't want the t-shirt, but reminding me that I need to buy that t-shirt is the job of the small business on the marketing side. So whether that comes in the form of email or remarketing, helping me as a consumer to purchase that item, you actually should think of it as like a service that you are providing for them in the context of reminding them of a particular decision that they almost made. It's not predicated on anything more than just reminding them of something else. The next area that I want small businesses to think about is regular check-ins. You don't need an excuse per se to contact people and to remind them of both who you are and what you do. Contacting and reminding people of what you do as an organization is an excellent way to keep top of mind. It makes people be cognizant. In fact, I would argue that you don't even really need to try to send emails for marketing. A lot of people will say, well, send them a promotion or send them a coupon. And that stuff's totally, totally valid. I think just sending them an email on various updates about your business or what is happening, or maybe what you're doing in the community. People are pretty smart. Like they will understand that you're not sending this to them altruistically. You're not sending them this without a different objective. And that objective is 9 times out of 10 to remind them that you exist. Like just, again, we're focusing on helping people become cognizant that you exist. One of the best ways to do that is to simply engage them. Finally, we want to talk about how you can incentivize your customers to take action. So the obvious examples, you've initially put out a quote to somebody or you initially made an estimate, and then later on you're sending them a coupon or a discount code or something else that really kind of pushes them towards the category of saying, hey, this is a limited time event, or this action is limited. And so if you're going to purchase this thing, you're going to purchase the service, like you should do it right now. And there are different objectives. Like some cases, it is as simple as like being able to target or retarget the folks that have something added to cart, and you're offering them some kind of incentive or some kind of discount code if they complete their purchase. like that's a great strategy, right? And so this is like a core part of e-commerce. And so similar things can exist on the local level as well, to where you are offering services for, local customers, and you're incentivizing them to take action like within a reasonable amount of time, with the objective of being able to get them to convert on a particular deal or a particular product and things like that. The other way that we see a lot of specifically local businesses engage in this is being able to make your customers feel special on an individual basis, right? There are frequent situations in which, we'll hire like a painter, or we'll hire a pest control service, and then we've moved, and then we don't remember what was the name of that place. Some form of encapsulating or celebrating the relationship that your customer and you have together. So that could be, hey, it was 5 years ago today that you first called us to be able to service your home, or to be able to clean your house for the first time. The objective is to make them feel special about that relationship. As cheesy as this is, I still like it when businesses, soulless, terrible businesses, will send me emails and say, hey, happy birthday, Matt. Like, nobody wrote me an email to say, oh my gosh, it's Matt's birthday. Nobody had it on their calendar. This is all marketing automation. These are all robots. They are looking at a field in a database that says Matt's birthday was X. I'll send him an email to, offer him something for his birthday or something else like that. But it's just of enough of a touch to make people plausibly like you. And that matters. Like any excuse that you can think of to be able to get in front of them and celebrate the relationship that you have, if you have historical data on the number of times that, that your home has been cleaned. I've had cleaners that have been like, hey, like we've been working with you for over a year. Like, this week's off, don't worry about it. Referencing your business in the context of your relationship with the customer is an excellent way to bring some feel-good feelings into that equation, so that they feel more comfortable with you. They're reminded of maybe how they felt. This is especially important when you work in any type of business, to where you've had customers that feel especially good about that. In like another life, I used to sell plants that I would grow at the farmer's market, and it made like no money. Like it was like losing money like pretty much nonstop doing this, but I enjoyed doing it. And I really enjoyed talking to people about that and really helping people become cognizant about the thing. So I also think it's like an exercise in a way that if you have been doing marketing from the small business side for a while, and you were struggling with this concept of making it work, or you need like a kind of that emotional boost to kind of build you up, then I think it's also an excellent way to do that as well. So if you like this video, please like and subscribe. We have just published a guide for small businesses that sort of talks about 5 great areas that you can go into that will help your business succeed when it comes to marketing automation. And as always, feel free to reach out to me personally, and I'm happy to help you kind of guide you through that path, and best of luck.